Welcome back to the Taylor Show, the show where we typically talk about one thing and one thing only, and that's me. Hi, I'm your host, I'm Taylor, and today, little gremlins, you may be familiar with it, we are having a Sunday Spiral. If you haven't been here before for a Sunday Spiral, welcome. It's just you, it's me, there's no guest, there's a microphone, an overpriced Anthropology coffee mug, there's no engineer, there's no producer, no editor, it is just us, which should scare you. Because that means I have nobody telling me behind the scenes, Taylor, stop talking, Taylor, let's change the subject, there's no one in my ear right now. Nope, it's just me. My disclaimer for today's episode is this is not a TED Talk. I am not your gynecologist. I am not a fertility specialist. I am not a politically driven or politically charged podcast. This is just me talking about things that make my brain want to scream into a pillow, but instead I'm doing it on this podcast. Cool? Cool. Okay, let's move on. That was for the Brendas. That was my nice little self-awareness statement. Because today, little gremlins, we're talking about kids. Yeah, I can hear you guys from here. You're like, Taylor, you don't really talk about kids often, and if you do, it's not really in a great light. Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to be real today. I'm going to try not to do the whole shtick of the I don't like kids. I'm going to try to be as open and vulnerable as possible because I want other people, other women especially, to feel seen in the way that I feel like I've been seen recently. So let me back up. I got married about 2 years ago, and the first question that anybody has asked me since the moment I got married was, when are you having children? When does your husband want kids? Are you having kids yet? What's your timeline? I don't love that. I don't like being put on the spot. I don't like having to answer questions about my body to people that I don't really know that well. So Taylor Swift got engaged. Woohoo! We had to talk about it on the podcast. You know that I was going to mention it. Taylor Swift just got engaged to Travis Kelce, and a lot of the headlines that I see are, when are Taylor and Travis having children? Not so much like, when's the wedding, what's her dress gonna look like, but it's this societal pressure of, when are they having kids? Taylor Swift must want kids right now. She must need them. She needs a family. I don't get where this comes from. And seeing all the headlines this week and thinking about my own personal experiences, I figured it was something worth talking about on the podcast. I had a situation a couple weeks ago where my mom and I were out and about doing our thing, and a woman came up to us and she said to my mom, well, you must really want grandchildren. And my mom said, it'd be great, but I didn't have my daughter in the hopes or the expectations that she would have children so I could be a grandmother. I had my daughter so I could be a mother, not so she could give me something in return. And I feel like a lot of people don't have that influence in their lives. Someone that's saying it's okay to not be on this timeline that society has structured for us. And especially as women, it feels like our biological clock is ticking. You have to be engaged. You have to get married. You have to have children. You have to have more than one child. If you have one kid, everybody's asking you, oh, when's the next one coming? Are you guys trying for a second? How big is your family gonna be? I don't love that. And I know that there are a ton of other women that don't love that. If one more person asks me, are you gonna have kids? Are you, Brenda? Are you out there having kids? Why aren't you asking my husband this? I'm sorry, but you're asking me if I'm going to grow another person inside of my body for fun. I was watching an episode most recently of The Valley, season 2, where Kristen Doty is going through fertility struggles. And she gets this letter that tells her that she's infertile and that she is in a geriatric pregnancy, which the woman is 40. I think she's 40 years old. And the toll that it took on her mental health, hearing, you're probably infertile because of, you know, your geriatric pregnancy and all of this other stuff. And it made me spiral as like seeing someone who I feel like I've seen grow up on reality television and them being told basically, oh, you're too old. You're too old to have a kid. She's not old. She's not. And in fact, she is pregnant right now. I believe her and her fiance Luke had a little bit of fertility help with that, but it was bringing the awareness to the stigma that surrounds women trying to get pregnant at an age that's not 27, 28, even, I don't know, 30. 30 sounds geriatric at this rate. You know what I mean? Like, society makes us feel like we're not doing enough. And also, I feel like if I tell someone, hey, I don't know if I want children, I don't know if that's the right path for me, I get nervous at the reaction because sometimes I feel like I'm being selfish. And it's not like me personally, like I feel that in my soul, but it's the reaction I get from other people, especially other women sometimes, when I say, I don't know if I'm gonna have kids. I don't know if that's in my future. I don't know if that's part of my path. Like, I'm very career driven. Like, I'm happy that I have such a wonderful and supportive family and husband, and I have 2 great dogs. That's not enough. The answer, ladies, is apparently it's not. And I've really been struggling on trying to find a response that truly encapsulates my feelings when someone does ask me, when are you having children? Without saying, go fuck yourself. And also without having to explain my whole thought process. I just wish no one would ask me. Because frankly, it's nobody's goddamn business what you do with your body, man or woman. Drop the mic, so drop the mic. Drop the mic. The real ticking clock is capitalism, babe. It's not your ovaries, okay? Let's get that straight. I've been spiraling about this recently, and I think more than likely it's because everybody and their mother, literally everybody and their mother, is asking me when I'm having children. Let me elaborate. If you decide to be a mom, a stay-at-home mom even, that is badass. That is amazing. I had a stay-at-home mom. It was the best thing for me ever. My mom is my very best friend in the whole entire world. And if my mom worked a traditional 9 to 5, I don't know if we would have the relationship that we have now. Good, bad, you know, honestly, just any hour in general, I'm texting or calling my mom if I'm not with her. I think stay-at-home moms are incredible. And I think women that decide to be mothers are incredible, and that's such a sacrifice that you're making to your body, to your future, to the rest of your life. And sacrifice sounds like a negative word. It sounds like a negative connotation that's associated with it, but I don't think so. I think it's brave. I think it's, I've said incredible like 5 times, but I do think it's incredible, and I think that's powerful in itself. It's badass. You're growing a person inside of you. Men are never gonna do that. At least I don't think, but like still, that's crazy. But I'm here to affirm to my listeners that you're not late, you're not broken, you're not behind because you haven't achieved what someone else has told you should have achieved by now. Whether that's society, your parents, a boss, someone that you admire, it's not their timeline. Also, timelines, I'm over it. I hate when people ask me, what's your 5-year plan, Taylor? What do you want to accomplish in 5 years? I don't fucking know, Brenda. What do you want to accomplish in 5 years? I can barely get my grocery list done each week. What am I supposed, like, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice to own, what do I really want that's achievable in 5 years? A farm would be nice. I would really like to have a farm, like with animals, but I wouldn't want to take care of the animals quite a lot. I don't like to get dirty. I don't know. That's a thought for another Sunday spiral. But I felt like it was important to talk about since I've seen all these headlines about Taylor Swift, and I'm so happy for her. So happy for her. And if she wants kids, yes, full send. They are going to be beautiful. They are going to be talented. Maybe they'll be athletes, maybe musicians, maybe both. Maybe both. But I'm not like projecting that onto her. Like, I want her to have an engagement. I want her to have a wedding. I want her to have everything that she wants, as if Taylor Swift is as if Taylor Swift is a close personal friend of mine, which unfortunately, as of right now at this date of recording, she is not. Maybe that's my 5-year goal. Yeah, my 5-year goal is that Taylor Swift likes me. Hi Taylor, I'm Taylor. I hope we jive. I hope we get along. As I'm looking at like behind me here, I have every single Taylor Swift vinyl. I have the Reputation box, all of the CDs. It's like a shrine. She would probably be like, okay, you're a little too much of a fan to be my friend. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. I think she would like that I admire her work so much. Yeah, no, that's totally it. It's got to be it. It's also okay to change your mind. That's the last thing that I wanted to touch on in the Sunday Spiral. It's okay to change your mind. When I was a young girl, I thought I was going to have a tribe of children. Genuinely, I thought I'm going to have 16 of them and I'm going to be the Duggars and we'll just all work on a little family farm and I'll have a ton. No, that's not where I ended up in life, obviously, and that's not where my mind has settled. Something switched. And I was like, I don't know if this is the right path for me. I don't know if I want this anymore. And I'm lucky that I married someone that is so understanding, where he was like, I never went into our marriage. I didn't decide to marry you. I didn't propose to you because I thought, wow, this woman is going to carry my children. He said, I proposed to you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You, Taylor. Not some imaginary child that we will or will not have one day, but because I can genuinely see us being friends for the rest of our lives. And that was so special. I could cry. I'm not going to cry because it would ruin my lashes. And this is a nice shout out to the Permanent Cosmetics Studio in Chadds Ford. We love what you've done. I love you, Em. I will go there forever and ever if you want any of your lashes done, if you want permanent cosmetics like eyeliner, they do the permanent lip liner, all of that fun stuff. You can check them out. I'll put a link on my Instagram somewhere. Subtle plug. That was very well done. That was very, Barbara Walters adjacent, I would think. Not me comparing myself to Barbara Walters. There's not much else I really wanted to talk about in today's Sunday Spiral. This was just something that was on my mind. It was weighing on my chest, and I feel like it's really heavy in the media today. And like I said, I'm not your gynecologist. I don't know if you're fertile. I don't know if you're infertile. I don't know if you want to have kids. I don't know if you don't want to have kids. I don't know that you don't have 15 children already. Okay? All I'm saying is that it's been bothering me, that people have been asking me that recently, and I really want to change the stigma around it. All I know is that I'm glad to have a platform. I'm glad to have a microphone. I'm glad that you guys listen to me even when I'm not talking about anything important. And that's why on these Sunday Spirals, it's nice to have a platform to talk about things that are important and things that we should be talking about. And maybe it's not comfortable to talk about it in a large setting like a studio or with different guests and things like that, because that's not why they're there. That's not why they're on my show. It's entertainment. It's fun. But this is an opportunity for us to connect on a deeper level. And I would love to hear your feedback. I want you to know you're not alone. You are enough, no matter what you think, what your next plans are. If you're, not where you want to be in your career right now, if you're not where you want to be in your relationship, say you have literally no friends, nobody likes you, and the only thing you do is listen to this podcast, that's probably preferable. Like, we'd be friends, I think. I like to keep my circle tight, I respect you for that. But for real, this is a safe space, and this is a place where I want everyone to come and feel like they're part of something, universal. We talk a lot of shit on the podcast. I know that, you know that, but at the end of the day, we're just talking shit. I would like to say that I am also very happy to be signed with the McCord Network. I am so excited. I get to work with Rachel McCord and her team, and I'm beyond thrilled to tell you guys what is next, what we're doing next. Give me a follow on all things social. I'll put all the links in the description. And guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for spiraling with me. This is what Sundays are for. They're just to spiral and to freak out and have anxiety and drink so much coffee that your heart is pounding out of its chest. God damn it, I need a breakfast sandwich. I need one now. Bye, little gremlins.